morning, Your Majesties. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you that are new here, welcome to my YouTube channel. And I hear a dog coming in. Do I hear a dog coming in? Mika, Tashi, is that you? Well, they're probably Mika or Tashi. I don't know. Okay, anyway. Now they're going to distract me. Okay. I have a scary story time for you guys. This one's called The Forgotten Asylum. Okay. In the heart of an overgrown forest lies an abandoned asylum, its crumbling walls hidden beneath layers of ivy and moss. The locals avoid the place, calling it cursed. They say that the screams of the patients who once lived there still echo through the halls, trapped forever in the decaying building. The asylum was closed decades ago after a fire claimed that lives of several patients, but no one knows what really happened on that fateful night. Yeah. That's so sad. Okay. Jake, a documentary filmmaker, is determined to uncover the truth about the asylum. He's heard the stories, but believes there's more to the tale than just ghostly rumors. He convinces his team to join him on a trip to the asylum, planning to capture footage of the eerie building for a new project. They arrive at dusk, the forest around them dark and silent, as if the trees themselves are holding their breath. As they explore the asylum, Jake's team begins to feel the weight of the place. The air is thick with dust, and the corridors are lined with rusted gurneys and broken wheelchairs. Oh, why? Faded patients faded patient records are scattered across the floor. The pages yellowed with age. The deeper they go, the more unsettling the atmosphere becomes. The walls are covered in strange symbols, and the doors to the patient rooms are scratched and dented as if someone or something tried to claw their way out. Why am I doing this to myself, you guys? That is so scary. Okay, let's keep it going. The team sets up their cameras in the main hall, where they've heard the most activity is reported. As they start filming, the temperature drops suddenly, their breath visible in the cold air. The camera lights flickered, and the sound of distant whispers fills the room, growing louder and more frantic. Jake, eager to capture the phenomenon, pushes forward, leading his team deeper into the asylum. They reach the lower levels of the asylum, where the fire supposedly started. This is giving me Halloween 2 vibes. Have you guys seen Halloween 2? I'm sure y'all have. It's it after the original one came out. I don't know why this is giving me Halloween 2 vibes. I think it was the ending of the movie. So where was I? Okay, they reached the lower levels of the asylum where the fire supposedly started. The air was thick of smoke, despite the fire having been extinguished years ago. The walls are charred and the floor littered with debris. As they move through the hallways, they hear the unmistakable sound of footsteps behind them. But when they turn around, there's no one there. Oh, of course. Good gosh. Okay. Um, the team stumbles upon a large metal door at the end of the corridor. It's particularly ajar, and through the gap, they can see a dim light flickering inside. Jake pushes the door open, revealing what appears to be an old operating room. The equipment is rusted and covered in cobwebs. Excuse me, but the operating table is pristine, as if it's been recently used. The light is coming from a single naked bulb hanging from the ceiling, swaying gently as if moved by an unseen hand. See, I like stories like this, but I don't know why it's like it just hit it sometimes stories hit me hard. I don't know why. But it's okay. Um As they step into the room, the door slams shut behind them with a defeating crash. The light bulb flickers violently, and the room is plunged into darkness. The whispers return louder now. Surrounding them from all sides, Jake fumbles for his flashlight, but when he turns it on, the beam reveals something that chills him to the bone. A row of patients standing against the far wall, their eyes hollow and their mouths twisted into silent screams. The patients step forward, their movements jerky and unnatural, as if they're being controlled by invisible strings. The team backs away, but there's nowhere to go. The door sealed shut, and the patients are closing in. The whispers turn into frantic screams, echoing through the small room, and the light flickers one last time before going out completely. Good heck. Okay. Um, in the darkness, Jake feels cold, bony hands grab him, pulling him towards the operating table. He struggles, but the grip is too strong. The last thing he sees before the light goes out is the glint of surgical instruments on a tray beside the table, and the shadowy figure of a doctor standing over him, preparing for a procedure that was never meant to end. The next morning, the authorities find the asylum in ruins, the walls crumbling and the lower levels flooded. There's no sign of Jake or his team, only their cameras, which are still recording. The footage is later reviewed but is distorted. The images flickering between static and darkness. What little can be seen shows Jake and his team entering the asylum, their faces filled with determination, but as they move deeper into the building, their expressions turn to fear. The final moments of the footage are incompressible. Incompressible? A blur of shadows, flickering lights. Um, A blur of shadows, flickering lights, and the faint sound of desperate, panicked breathing before the screen goes black. The authorities write off the incident as another tragic disappearance tied to the asylum's dark history. But the locals know better. They whisper that the asylum claimed the souls of Jake and his team, just as it did the patients who were once confined there. And now, if you listen closely on quiet nights, you can hear their screaming. You can hear their screams joining the chorus of tormented voices that echo through the halls of the forgotten asylum. Wow. That is so freaking creepy. Let me know if you guys have heard that story. Um, that's going to be it for today's video. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Princess Peyton. Hit the red button to become your majesty, and hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a video. And I love you guys so much. You guys are the best human beings ever made, and you're the king of my heart. And the song lyrics of Taylor Swift. And I will see you guys in my next video. Okay, love you. Bye. Mwah.